Welcome to Gishath's Park. As far as opening hand goes, yes, I like it a lot. We have Scroll Rack, we have Urza's Incubator, and then we have a couple nice dinosaurs in the hand. Hopefully, we draw into a few more mana rocks or a little bit more of a some ramp stuff like Cultivate. That'll really kind of get some of those lands going on the battlefield. But if we don't, actually live our opening hand, so it's going to be pretty good. Let's go ahead and get down to Catacombs. That way we can get a red source onto the battlefield. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. We're playing Gishath, Sun's Avatar. And also, welcome to Gishath Park. I hope you're excited. Hopefully we don't lose anybody in the Jeep today. Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. Whenever Gishath deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top part of your library. Put any number of dinosaur creature cards from among them onto the battlefield. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Playing against the Locust God. Club Buzz, if you're familiar with that. Let's go ahead and crack Catacombs. Hopefully we don't get any drinks spilled on us as we bring all of our dinosaurs to the club. So if you want a funny mental image, there you go. Let's go and grab Shelter Thicket, have that come into play tapped. Yeah, can you imagine Gishath going to Club Buzz? I don't know, I like it. It's a fun, that's kind of funny. Let's go and get down Savannah, and then for a turn 2 play, yeah, we're going to go for Scroll Rack. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'd like to, hopefully, if we can get a fetch land, we can get that down and kind of shuffle away some of the stuff out of our hand. And then either way, we're still looking at Urza's Incubator on turn 3, which is, not too bad. We can make that work. We play against the Locust God Flying. Whenever you draw a card, create a 1/1 blue and red insect creature token with flying and haste. Then for a 4-mana activation, draw a card, then discard a card. Then whenever the Locust God dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. Now, that is both commanders. It is officially free time. And we can kind of have free time in the park, and hopefully we don't get eaten. But yes, welcome to Gishath Park. If you haven't seen this deck before, what are we doing? This is a Naya ramp deck. We're trying to get to Gishath as quickly as possible, driving that Jeep as fastly as possible, and then going for some really nice triggers. Now, one of the fun ways that we can really make Gishath Park really fun is by giving Gishath Double Strike. Now, that's going to be a great way to really make the tourist happy as we get a ton of dinosaurs on the battlefield. So that's definitely something that we can, if possible, like to get going. Opponent's going to get on Mirror Retriever. And we draw into Gilded Lotus. Okay, let's go and get down Sun Home. You're going to tap down for Urza's Incubator. Yeah, I think we do. That's going to keep us off a Scroll Rack activation. Yeah, let's go and go for Urza's Incubator. If we need to go for the Scroll Rack activation, we can. Let's go and name Dinosaur on that one, 100%. And we'll go and pass the turn to our opponent. Now, the fun thing with Urza's Incubator is going to give us a reduced cost of 2 off of Dinosaur. So basically, we're at least going to be able to get down Charging. And then if we make the land drop next turn, we'll be able to get down Bellowing too. And also Bonded Horncrest. So worst case scenario, we simply just kind of start dumping our hand and getting some dinosaurs down. But it's always fun to kind of get Gishath down and start swinging at our opponent. So we'll try to get that going. Opponent's going to be swinging in with Mirror Retriever Beat Stick Time with Curiosity on it. So I think that's definitely a first for Magic. And then let's see what we draw into. Draw into Stomping Ground. That's actually a really nice draw. Now that will keep us off Gilded Lotus, at least at this turn right now. But yeah, we can go get some dinosaurs going. I'm okay with that. Yeah, let's go and Shotgun Stomping Ground. Because that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we don't need to shock it down. If we want to swing it with Charging... Actually, if you want to set this turn up, we can go for Charging Monster Sword next turn if we don't end up getting that down. Because I'm trying to think of the best way. I do want to swing him for a 5/5. If we get down Bonded, we have to wait until next turn. Now, let's go and swing in with Charging. Yeah, I'm not going to pay 2 life on this one. Yeah, I want to get some damage going, so let's go and swing in with Charging. So I was trying to think in my head if we wanted to set it up to where Bonded Horncrest could get down and then we could swing it with Charging, but I like swinging it for 5 on this one. Get the T-Rex dinosaur going. All right, let's go swing across for 5. And our opponent will go for a Gaia Reach Sanitarium activation and draw a card, then discard a card. I guess we'll go ahead at this point right now. We do have access to double green for Death Mist Raptor, so we're going to get rid of Bellowing Agisaur at this point. Yeah, we're okay with that. Get rid of that one, and then each player discards a card. So swinging in for 5 is going to knock our opponent down to 24, and then hopefully with our opponent going for that Sanitarium activation, maybe they're a little bit tight on mana, so we won't see the Locust God on the battlefield, because once you get the Locust God down, it's really hard for this deck to do anything. We do have Path to Exile and Swords to Plowshare to kind of deal with it, but... as you can tell, we don't have either of those in the hand. And once the Locust God kind of sticks on the battlefield, it makes it a little bit hard to get some stuff done. So, because the insect tokens are pretty gnarly. But let's see what else they're going to roll out for the turn. Opponent's going to go for Muddle the Mixture, Transmute for 2. So let's see what they do search up, and that's going to be Spawning Pit. Get down the Implement of Combustion. So this looks to be like some sort of, this may be a heavier artifact build, which is pretty cool. We'll get Spawning Pit pulled up right there. And then draw into Heroic Intervention. Yeah, let's go and swing in for 5/5 first. It's going to knock our opponent down to 19. Now, unfortunately, if we do kind of dig a little bit deeper with Scroll Rack to kind of hit our land drop, it's going to put us in a position to where, yeah, we need to do that. I definitely want to hold on to Heroic Intervention so we can put the top 3 cards of our library. Yeah, let's go and do that. I was going to go for Scroll Rack activation. Just going to exile Bonded, Death Mist Raptor. Yeah, and we're going to get rid of Boros Charm. We do have Heroic Intervention. Yeah, click OK. We just basically want to hit a land off of this. Ooh, we do not. All right, let's go ahead and... Yeah, that's not exactly what we wanted to see. Bonded Horncrest. Let's go and put the Bonded on top. We're going to put Boros Charm on top and the Death Mist Raptor on top. We can still go and get down Lightning Greaves, but I was hoping to get a little bit lucky off of that and hit our land drop for the turn. That way we can kind of open us up for Gilded Lotus, but it looks like we're kind of stuck at this point right now. Let's go and get Lightning Greaves onto charging, and then anything else we're going to pass the turn to our opponent. So, kind of on the Dinosaur Beat Stick plan now that we know the top 3 cards of our library are. We can still go ahead and flash in Snapping Snailback. That's going to allow us to get some good flash going. We can kind of flash it in at the end of our opponent's turn and start swinging with the 4/4. So, but our opponent is looking at 6 mana. So we are looking at the Locust God. So let's see what they end up getting down the Locust God this turn. Okay, Mirror Retriever is going to swing in for 1. It's going to knock us down to 26. Okay, we'll see the Locust come down too. So, now actually our opponent could have gotten an extra token off of that one. Yeah, let's go ahead and that's going to be the top 5 cards of our library. We need to go and go for it. We need to dig. We need to hit a land drop because with the Locust God, it's just not really going to work out to our favor on this one. Yeah, we do have one dinosaur that's going to deal 1 damage to each creature. So that's something that we can do. At this point right now, I'm just hoping that we can get a fetch land. So let's go ahead and exile all of these cards. Okay, well, Thran Dynamo, that is something we can work with. And that does put us online for Gilded Lotus, too, next turn. So let's put it this way. Let's go Snapping Snailback. Let's go Awakening Sun's Avatar, Death Mist Raptor, Heroic Intervention, and then Gilded Lotus on top of our library. Let's go and tap down for Soul Ring. That's going to open us up on mana. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's kind of exactly what we needed. Something to kind of get that going. And then, do we still want to push in for 5? We can at least stop that Mirror Retriever from getting an extra token going. So yeah, I'm okay with that. So we'll just go and pass the turn to our opponent, and then we'll see what we can kind of come up with. So we did kind of run into Thran Dynamo, into Soul Ring. So this opened us up on mana. That does put us in a position to where we can swing in with Gishath. At this point right now, I think it's the Raging Swordtooth, if I'm correct. I'm going to try to look that up real quick. But I'm pretty sure Raging Swordtooth is the one that... Opponent's going to get down Salvaging Station. Let's see. Return target artifact, creature card, 1 less from graveyard to the battlefield when it dies. Untap target. Whenever a creature dies, they may untap Salvaging Station. Okay. Yeah, the Raging Swordtooth, it enters the battlefield, does 1 damage to each other creature. So that will allow us to kind of deal with a lot of those insect tokens. So that's going to be something that we're going to hopefully be trying to draw into. And we've got a little bit of time too. You know, we're going to be getting down Gilded Lotus. We can still kind of filter away some of the lands in our hand, and then hopefully run into one of those fetch lands to kind of look at the fresh top part of our library. You know what, let's go and get down Gilded Lotus. We could go for a Tali if you want to really start putting some pressure on our opponent. And actually, let's do it like this. Let's go for a Tali. That's going to be 1, 2. Double red, and then 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can't kind of sequence this just a little bit better. So we tap down for Gilded Lotus. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap down for 1 more. And we can still go for that activation. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go for Gilded Lotus. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because maybe we get lucky with something off of a Tali. So let's go and go. It's going to be triple red to get down a Tali. Tap down on Sunhome. And then what we can do is go for the Skull Racket. Let's go and shift the Lightning Greaves over onto a Tali. And let's go and go for a Scroll Rack activation just to kind of see what we've got going on. That's going to be Death Mist and Heroic Intervention. Let's go and put... do we want to give our other creature double strike? Maybe they don't chump block with a Tali for some reason? Is that what we're going to go for? We can also do that 4 damage. Or we can simply just get down Bonded Horncrest and try to start putting some pressure on our opponent. You know what, let's go and do that. Let's go ahead and get Bonded on top. Yeah, I want to get in for some double strikes. Let's put Bonded on top. Let's go and put Boros Charmer on top too. Okay, and that still leaves us online for Heroic Intervention, kind of safety valve or something like that in case our opponent has some sort of, destroy something, Blasphemous Act or something like that. Let's go and swing it with the Tali and charging. So we'll go for the activation of drawing a card off Implement. And this can be able to bring it back to a salvaging station. And then unfortunately we hit an island off our opponent's option. So let's go and go Boros Charm. Target creature gains double strike until end turn. Let's give charging double strike. That's going to be 10-10 coming across, well, essentially 10 points of damage depending on how they want to chump block on this. And then Lisa Tali coming across for 6. Okay, so going to knock our opponent down to 9, and then anything else. We can go and get down Death Mist Raptor. Are we that worried about needing to hold up Hexproof or something like that? No, let's get down Death Mist Raptor. I like that. Yeah, tap down for one more green, get down Death Mist, and then anything else we're going to pass the turn to our opponent. Because that does put us online to where we can swing in with Gishath next turn. And thankfully with that Vigilance Trample and Haze, kind of, if they do end up swinging with the Locust God, maybe we can kind of get in a little bit extra damage with Gishath. Either way, our opponent's down to 9, and we've got a pretty good board state developed. Another option that we do have is Sun Home, if we want to put some extra kind of trample damage onto charging Monstrosaur. And let's see if it's going to be possible for us to kind of do that next turn. Because we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to have 12 total mana. We're looking at Shoth. It's going to be about 8 reduced costs. So we're going to have access to at least about an extra 6 mana for next turn to go for that Sun Home activation, which should be just enough. So let's see what they do end up getting down. Get down Spawning Pit. Let's go and cross that off. And then we'll go for Quicksmith Spy. And I will say this is a very interesting build of the Locust God, kind of having an artifact. It's got some really nice synergy. Stuff with like Quicksmith Spy, allowing it to draw a card and then do something like that. So that's pretty cool. So they go sacrifice a few more insect tokens, put those 2/2 spawn tokens. Yeah, we'll go and let them kind of do this turn, and then we'll talk about what we want to do. Oh, and actually, excuse me, so with Spawning Pit, sacrifice a creature, and what they can do is they can get a ton of tokens on the battlefield with the Spawning Pit and this interaction with Salvaging Station. Now, the only good thing is that they can allow them to draw a ton of cards at this point right now, but it's not going to win them the game. At least we'll kind of see what's going on. They only have access to 2 mana at this point right now. So what we'll do is we're going to let them kind of go through this rope. Since it's not a game-ending sequence, it's just drawing a ton of cards and they only have 2 mana up. This is why I'm making our opponent kind of sequence this out, just to kind of see that they do have it. If this was some sort of infinite combo, like something like the Splinter Twin combo, I'd definitely scoop up in a heartbeat. But since our opponent, oh, there we go, Impact Trimmer, so that's going to be it. Good game. They've showed a win condition for that. Yeah, so long story short, we're going to scoop it up on this one. So we almost got it done, unfortunately, but our opponent's going to get it on this one. So they did find a win condition. What's going to happen is, so with Spawning Pit, they sacrifice a creature, sacrifice one of the insect tokens, and then with Salvaging Station, it says whenever a creature dies, you may untap Salvaging Station. So they sacrifice an insect token, untap it. Since Quicksmith did give it that ability of tap, draw a card, they're going to be able to draw a card, put an insect token on the battlefield, and then their win condition was Impact Trimmer. So definitely a really cool way to win with the Locust God. I know most of the builds of the Locust God tend to just card draw, and send a ton of tokens swinging in. But this was a really cool build by our opponent. And yeah, in fact, if you come across this video, post your deck list up. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would really enjoy playing some version of this. At least I would, for sure. So anyways, if you enjoyed your time at Gishath Park, unfortunately we did not get to see Gishath Park. He was hiding somewhere in his cage or his sanctuary. But unfortunately that happens at Gishath Park sometimes. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.